Welcome back. This is Jesse with Atomic Era Motors, and today we are revisiting one of my not older but previous builds. This is the Junkyard Chrysler. For those of you that haven't seen it, you should definitely go back and watch the videos. This car was trapped in a junkyard in New Mexico. I actually robbed parts off of it for my 62 Chrysler, which is the first car I came out here to build. In the junkyard, I welded in a new trunk floor, sorta, and rear subframe. As you know, these are subframe cars. Out of a 60 Chrysler that was there, somebody had butched this one out, and there was a 60 there that had the rear frame rails and trunk floor that I needed. I then butched that into this car. I also robbed a 383 out of a 66 Chrysler that was in the junkyard, which ended up being a very good running engine, except for an issue I will explain here in a minute. Jess, with Jess Does Stuff, lettered the doors and put my logos on it for me. The 88 is a reference to NASCAR. In 1961, there were two 61 Chryslers, a father and son, that raced them. They were numbers 86 and 87, so I just threw this on there as kind of a tribute thing. What happened was, on the way back from the meetup at Denny's, the car violently started overheating. A lot of you said it was probably because of the fuel tank mounted to the bumper. While that might not have been helping, the real issue probably lies in the used radiator that I deemed not good enough to use in the 62 Chrysler, but good enough to use for this, which was a huge mistake. It got very, very hot. I don't think the car has a blown head gasket or anything like that. I believe the problem is solely the radiator. The other major issue that this car has is it doesn't have a windshield. It also has a naked hula girl, I guess, on the dash. No windshield. So, where do you find a windshield for a 61 Chrysler? Well, they're not readily available. I give you the parts Chrysler. That is a 64 that was in a junkyard. That car is screwed. It is no good. You will see why here in a minute. But I intend to rob that windshield out of that car for this one. All 60, well, most 60 to 64 Chrysler windshields should interchange. That windshield should fit this car. Allegedly, maybe, hopefully. This is a 73 405 F250 purchased by Build Season. Steve bought this with the intention of possibly driving it home. He might still someday, but you can see it's been through a major fire. Now, the 460 in it is junk. However, it does have a nice, and it does hold water. I poured a little bit in it earlier. At least holds water midway. Nice 4-core aluminum radiator. I think I'm going to long-term borrow this radiator. Looks like all I need is a 1/2-inch socket and an angle grinder to get down there and cut those transmission lines. It's only bolted in with the top 2 bolts, so get these out real quick. I guess you might be wondering why I'm revisiting this car and what all I plan to do to it. Well, radiator needed done, of course. Radiator, windshield, I'm doing those for sure. Also got an entire front disc brake conversion coming forward. This car I intend to take to Blue Collar Drags, which is coming up in October. I'll put a link in the description to the registration website in the description if you're interested in going. It would be great to see you. There'll be a bunch of us YouTubers there. Dalton, Pole Barn Garage, me, Buff, Steve, Kevin, Junkyard Digs. I think there's a few others too, several others that are going. It'll be a pretty cool deal. We're all building cars and going out there. Highly recommend you coming. Got the bolts removed, cut everything. There's only 2 bolts, so. Oh yeah, here she comes. Lots of random stuff in the way. Burned wires and good. Didn't put a hole in the thing. What is this? Why is this here? Okay, been a little while. Slight problem. That radiator is huge. In order to mount it in this car where it would sit below the hood, it would be like 2 inches from the ground, so that will not work. However, I've got a new aluminum one coming. But in the meantime, the Parts 64 Chrysler has got one that will bolt right in. But also, I know you guys can't see anything at all. It has got a 6-blade fan and a shroud, believe it or not. Whereas this one has got a 4-blade fan. I think all that might get transferred over to this car. All right, I'm gonna start working on pulling the rad out of this car. It should just be, how many bolts did I put? 2, yep, I know, I worked on it. 2 radiator bolts. Hoses, 2 bolts, tranny cooler lines, easy stuff there. All right, let's start getting this pulled out, and then we'll go kill another Chrysler, huh? Oh yeah, ton of sediment just came out of there. You gotta carelessly work this around the fan. There we go. You've seen me pull 2 radiators already in this video. I don't think you need to witness a third. I'm gonna go yank the one out of that car. And the 6-blade fan and shroud. That's a good score.
How do you want to do this?
Guess we'll just each grab an end and walk it over to it. Try to trip while we do it. Gonna need to get some more caulking or something for the outside.
Liquid nails.
Fuck, we should have just used that.
Now you test fit this, right?
Uh-huh.
Something like that.
Yeah, it works.
It fits. It's not touching anything, but boy, it fits. You got like something to...
Yeah, there was a flat blade screwdriver around here. Alright, so the windshield made it into the car. Pretty amazing, much to the dismay of the 64 Chrysler over there. Also, the radiator is in it. I don't know how well it's going to work. I didn't really film it because I figured I'm probably going to have to pull it right out anyway. But tomorrow, I will drive it around and we'll just see. I need to let this, window weld and liquid nails and stuff harden up a little bit. That's holding the windshield in before I take it out on the road. It's the next morning, and as you know, last night we got the windshield installed in this car. I also got the radiator, the less sketchy radiator put in it with a new thermostat and a different fan. We'll see if that helps. If not, I have a new aluminum one on the way that I could always throw in this at some point. If I have to use it, I will. I got the windshield trim put on. Believe it or not, 64 Chrysler windshield trim kind of fits on this well enough to look okay. Better than nothing. I think we're gonna take this out for a drive and see if I can make it overheat again. And we'll give these old sketchy 3-platform brakes one last hurrah. I had a very special package show up last night. You'll get a kick out of what that is for this car. Let's take it on the road. It's gonna be really weird driving this car with a windshield in it. I sure hope that the cooling system's okay. Come on. Be good if there was a choke. Alright, fine. Make sure the brakes are pumped up and ready to go. It takes, you know, about 10 pumps to get them ready for the initial drive. Alright. Definitely not a slouch. It can move this car pretty good, being that it's an earlier one and it makes good compression. So, you know, I think maybe with the new aluminum radiator that might improve this a little bit, or even a lower temperature thermostat. The only one I could get was a 180. I'd like to get a 160. But we're almost back. I'm going to call this successful. And the brakes are working excellently. I don't even have to pump them anymore. It's pretty cool that I did literally nothing to them. Okay, the Chrysler is now pulled up in front of the shop, as you can see. That drive was successful. I did grab a 160-degree thermostat. I would much rather run that than the 180 that's in it. It didn't overheat or anything before, but I prefer my engines to stick around 160, 170, 180 instead of, you know, 190 or 200, which is what it was doing. So we're going to try that. But first, let me show you what's in this box. Oh, more boxes. Oh, this should be a custom made, well, not custom made, kind of, but machined at a machine shop in Orange, California. Brake kit, front disc brake kit for this car. So those are the calipers. Those are just standard GM metric calipers, which is what you get in like every disc brake conversion you do. They're good calipers, I guess. Oh yes, here we go. These are the important pieces. These are bearings, seals, spindle bolts. I hope the races are in the both new hubs, hoses. These are the adapters, the big things. These bolt to the spindle in place of the old drum backing clips. Those are probably what they had to custom make. There should be. Is there no master cylinder in here? There better be. It said it came with one. Wow, those are wild looking. Those are not just 76 Dodge hubs like what I got for the Fury. These are, I've never seen anything like this. Look at that. That's pretty wild. This kit was well over $1,000 because, as you know, 61 Chrysler disc brake conversions are pretty much unobtainable. There's only two companies I know of that'll make them. One of them is up in Oregon, I believe, that's the kit I got for the Fury, which all that is spindle adapters and the brackets for the calipers. And this is one, maybe I'll put a link in the description if you've got some 50s or 60s Mopar that you're struggling to get a disc brake conversion for. I'll put a link in the description for you to this company's website, and you just tell them what year car you have, and I guess they pretty much custom machine it for you. So it cost me a little over $1,000 to get this. Looks like a nice kit. I am a little upset. I thought I was supposed to be getting a master cylinder with it, but maybe not. I'll have to double check. It's the next morning, and I guess might as well start the brakes, which I've been dreading. So get this thing jacked up and thrown on blocks. It is just amazing to me that these brakes were in fact working. At least the front, and maybe one of the rears. I mean, didn't even bleed them or anything, just, you know, if you saw the first video, remember all I did was take apart the master cylinder, hone it out, and soak all the rubber parts in motor purr, which then made them swell, and put it back together. And they came back around. Be neat to pull these drums and see if those wheel cylinders were actually leaking or not. I don't think they were. You know, something feels very familiar about doing Chrysler brakes in the desert, possibly even in this exact same spot. Get the dust cap off. Bearings feel really good and stuff. I mean, I think it's getting all new, but I don't think there's actually anything wrong with any of these. I think we figured out this car had been off the road since about 72. So that's the last time anybody would have been in here. Everything looks alright. These are my least favorite style of brakes ever, period. I hate them. I love these cars, but I do not like these brakes. I'm just gonna unbolt these 4 bolts. There should be some cotter pins in the back. Pull off this line, and then everything should all just come off the spindle. That's what I want. I'm gonna need a line wrench for that. Typically, stuff comes apart pretty easily out here. Come on. Let's try this again. With a line wrench. I really don't want to replace all the lines on the front of this car, but this will be the one probably that can't save anything. Oh, come on. There we go. Nice. Now the 4 big spindle bolts. I know they're not going to come loose, but I'm just doing this because there's a whole bunch of grease and dirt built in the back. Spin the whole thing. Sometimes that'll kind of knock some of that off there. Alright. There, now I can actually see them. There's one. Now there is an order to these bolts. There's 2 different lengths. But pretty self-explanatory. go. Now you want to just take all this and throw it away. Alright, do the same exact thing over here. Save this little spacer and then the lock nut. I don't think the kit came with those. Don't really need the bearings or care because I got new ones. So. Alright, well, again, this side looks pretty much fine. Please come loose. Oh. Damn it. Oh, there we go. Take this and throw it in the trash. Well, now comes the installation of the aftermarket disc brake conversion that I had made, which this is different than the one, if you remember, I put on the Fury from AAJ, which was actually a single piece. This was all a single piece, but I guess they're using a universal, well, maybe not. I thought maybe that was universal. I don't know. I guess there's different spindle bolt patterns though for different Chryslers, so these are made to fit more than one, or at least this piece is. And this is the piece that is specific to my car. So now you might think that this is going to bolt right there to the face of the spindle. That's not true. Actually, it bolts behind right here. Just like this. Oh, come on. I want to move that out of the way. Then this should. Okay, so unlike the AAJ kit, this actually does bolt to the face of the spindle. So, and then there will be an adapter for the new hubs. But this is, I don't know, I'm kind of curious how this is going to work because there's got to be enough spindle shaft here. You know, if we space the hub out, there's got to be enough threads on this shaft and everything to put a nut on it. So we'll see what it ends up looking like. I'm sure that the outfit that did this probably had an idea what they were doing. I just, you know, don't. So that goes like that then, huh? Interesting. And remember, there's two long and two short bolts. There's actually 3 different lengths of bolts. There's a really long one for here, 2 the same length for here, and then a not quite as long one there. But now I can tighten all of these up. Lock nuts. Just clean this off a little bit. Got a little workbench set up in here now, you know, this cardboard box, and you can't see. I got a little workbench set up here on this cardboard box. This is ideal for packing wheel bearings. Just gonna pack them and then pack this, or then tap the inner seals in them, and I'll just go ahead and do that to both while I'm here. That way I only get covered in wheel bearing grease once. So I like to get a big glob of it in the palm of my hand and then pack the bearings like this. Just work them around like this so you push grease all the way through them. There's several ways to skin a cat. I think everybody's got their own way of packing wheel bearings. This is just how it's always worked for me. Also take some, put it inside of the hub, a little bit on the bearing race, you know. Pretty basic. I'd say most of you watching this have an idea how to pack front wheel bearings and stuff, right? Okay, hubs are full of grease, inner bearings installed, seals installed, got a couple of packed inner bearings and dust caps there. I think now we can go throw at least one side together, and then you'll get kind of an idea how this works if you haven't seen a disc brake conversion done on one of these cars before. With the spindle adapter slid on, you should be able to put the whole hub on here now. Oh yeah. Outer bearing, gotta hold everything in place. Looky there. It's nice. Still interesting looking hubs, the way there's holes in them. I guess that might help keep the brakes cooler. Who knows? And yes, spray the oil off the rotors. So now it's just the the locking nut and then these spacers, which they sent me 4 of these. I don't know why. Well, maybe I have to space that nut out to line up with the cotter pin hole. That would make sense. Isn't that pretty? Disc brakes. Now, I guess I might as well throw the caliper and pads on, and then, oh, and the hose. I guess I can maybe hook it up to the line, and that's it on this side. Well, I went to start installing that hose, and naturally it is too short for the location of that bracket where the line is, so I'm gonna have to remove that and probably relocate it to about there, and then just kind of, that line has got enough to it, I should be able to just kind of reshape it a little bit and get away with it. However, it is starting to rain, so I think I'm going to throw all the tools and the camera and everything in there and come back to this in a little while. It's the next morning, and you can see the front brakes are all assembled on this car. I am waiting on a master cylinder, which should be here tomorrow. We've also come up with a way cooler design for the doors. You'll just have to see that when it's finished. But I've got huge plans for this car. As I said earlier, it is going to blue collar drags. I was going to do all new rear brakes on it too. I've actually got the parts coming for that. But why do that if it's going to get a different axle? It has got the early 8 3/4 dropout center section axle in it, which unfortunately, that would be fine, but unfortunately it has got tapered axles, and tapered axles limit you on horsepower, things like that, plus, you know, parts, which is a huge one. If it breaks an axle or something goes wrong or loses a bearing at any point, especially, you know, headed to blue collar drags or during, that would be bad because there's nothing I can do. So it's gonna end up getting a 9-inch once I get it home. So I'm not gonna bother to rebuild all the rear brakes on this. There's no point. I'm just gonna, once I get the master cylinder, just plumb it to the fronts, and we'll just run the fronts to get me home, because once I get home, this entire car is gonna be coming apart. So engine's coming out, transmission coming out, rear end coming out. There's a lot. I've got a lot to do before October. But anyway, I'm kind of dead in the water right now when it comes to parts. So, I'm going to go hop on something else. That turquoise 57 Dodge truck over there that everybody's been asking about. Oh, welcome back, or whatever, I don't know. It's been at least a week since I've touched this car. I've actually been working on a 57 Dodge truck that was in the junkyard that I built, and the video is dropping today. So if you haven't seen that already, you should go back and watch that. This will come out, I don't know, a week later or something like that. But anyway, back on the Chrysler. So I think the last thing I did, the disc brake conversion on the front, which then required me to get a different style Mopar master cylinder. This is a 70s disc drum dual pot Mopar master cylinder. I'm going to be switching that out, and I'm also going to be putting new rear brakes on this car, which I have I have the rebuild kit for them. So I'm going to be doing that, which of course is fun, trying to get those drums off tapered axles. Probably going to be impossible. And the other thing I need to address on this car is the cooling system. That, you know, it's still kind of overheat. It doesn't overheat, but it gets warm, and it's got freeze plugs leaking. I did put some engine flush in this cooling system a few days ago, and I've kind of been running it and trying to flush it. I'll address that later. First, I want to get the brakes done. So, yeah, let's dig into it. I need to pull this old master off. I need to bench bleed this new one. I'm going to have to kind of replace some lines. It's going to be great. Should be 4.5-inch bolts and a 7/16 line. Oh, that line came loose. Even though I'm not using it. That's good. Maybe the rest of the lines that I will be using will hopefully come loose just as easy. And then of course there's a through bolt on the end of the pedal inside the car. I think it's a 3/4. I'll have to take loose. I'm also going to need to steal the push rod off of this. And this guy comes right out like that, which I'm going to have to save that push rod. Now if you remember from the video, I rebuilt this by honing it out and filling it with motor purr. Swelled the lip seal right up, and it was working up until just now. The old master cylinder's off. I need to get rid of, I'm not using this old 1/4-inch line, and so I need to get it removed from that T, and then the two front lines need to come off there. They're 3/16, and so is the rear. I'm going to run a different T just for the fronts, because this is set up for 3/16 line, so that's what I'm going to be running on this entire thing. Need to get down there and heat up those fittings on that T, give them every possible chance of coming out. I really, really, really don't want to replumb everything in this car. Alright, I got that one loose. Ah, that wrench is hot. The line is hot too. Go over there. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get the line wrench over that. Damn it. Not this one. Come on. Oh, wrench is hot. Ah. Okay, I got all 4 loose. Wow. That's the thing about the desert. This stuff will come loose. Great. That makes me a lot happier. It's all still so hot, I can't touch it with my hands though. It's gonna have to cool down some, but all the fittings came loose, and they didn't even try to round off the tube. Perfect. I got all the lines out. You can see I just put a 3/16 union on the rear line, and then I've got the two front lines ran to a T. I'm gonna run a one line out of the front reservoir on the master, well, the front being actually the rear reservoir, and then of course another line from the front, which is the rear reservoir on the master, straight down to that. So yep, now I'm just bolting the new fancy dual pot master cylinder on. Pedals hooked up in there. Next thing, I'm gonna be put fluid in this and try to bleed it. I know I'm not bench bleeding it, but I'm going to instead have a volunteer, perhaps Dalton, who's currently working in his air-conditioned shop. I'll have him push the pedal for me, and I'll just put my fingers over the fittings. That's one way to bleed these quickly.
That thing.
Yeah. You're good.
Again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you should be able to just keep pumping it.
Oh, you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's really neat how it's leaking around the threads on the front fitting.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that didn't seal.
No.
You should probably stop now then.
Yep. The master cylinder is bench bled and I got the lines plumbed up. The next thing I'm going to check out is the rear brakes. See if I can get those drums off, which is unlikely. I got the gutter pin pulled out and I got this big nut loosened up. I'm well aware that this is the way wrong style of puller to try to pull these with. The only reason I think it might work is because being out here in the desert, a lot of times things are not as stuck as they are, you know, up north. So I'm gonna give this a shot, but you really need the large drum puller with the dog bone so you can hammer it. So, I don't know, I've destroyed several of these exact pullers trying to do this. I don't know, we'll give it a try, but it's pretty unlikely. Alright, there goes nothing. Try put some oil on those threads. Hey, it actually went. That is very surprising. I'm going to give the other side a try. I want to make sure I can get both off before I start throwing new brake parts on this. I want to, leave the nut on there. Back it off a little ways, but leave it on there because sometimes these will pop off. I mean, this little sissy puller wouldn't put that much tension on it, but the big ones, sometimes they can put enough tension on when it pops, it'll come off at you. But this little guy probably wouldn't do that.
Break it?
No, pry bar just came loose. Well, I just, was sitting here just completely given up, and I just took the hammer and just kind of lightly tapped on the puller and it just popped loose. So, neat. Good to do to the end of the axle. It's gonna be fun to get a key back in that too. It smashed the end, and I'm gonna have to put a couple new lug studs in there because they got destroyed. Oh shit. Ah yes, paper thin linings. Oh, it definitely needed brakes. Drum looks okay though. Yep, I'll beat those studs out of there that are bad too, and have to go try to explain to an auto parts store what those are, and then I need more of them. How easy these come out. Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, they all come out at once?
No, the hub
Oh, yeah.
has to come off. And then beat those studs out of there. I'm sure they'll just come.
That one's
that one
already
moved.
started.
That one moved. So that's a good start. I need something to set this on.
Like a vise?
Yeah. Well, after having been sent the wrong brakes, Dalton, being the wrinkly-brained individual that he is, pointed out that I had the, where'd they go, the brake assemblies off the front. And they were brand new when this car was parked in like 1971 or 2. I mean, they're perfect. Not even used. Like, there's no wear showing on them really at all. So that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, that side's back together. Now I'm going to go do the other side. Well, it's the next day, and I think where we left off was I was doing the rear brakes. I got the driver's side back together, the drum on. I might adjust them a little bit more. I do not have the drum on the passenger side. I will show you that. But first, I've got to replace 2 of the lug studs that got destroyed in the process of pulling that drum off last night. So I found new lug studs. They're the right threads, they're the right length, but the shoulders just a little tiny bit, you know, little small. So the remedy for that is you tack weld them in. I'll show you that. But first, let me get this other one out. I got one beat out already, but I'll show you how I get these out. So you're gonna want to have a hard surface, something metal preferably, like a heavy workbench, which we don't have. Then take a socket that'll fit around the back side of the stud, and just so that'll kind of support the hub. And then, yeah, this will probably take several tries. The other one was a real bear to get out of there. Then we're just gonna beat it really hard with a hammer till it comes out. There it went. Just like that. See? Good enough for the girls we go out with. after a good long fight, I got this drum on, and it's adjusted about where I want it, but I figured I would give you guys an idea of how these adjusters work on these. You got two 7/16 headed, they're actually like camber washers, or they're oblong bolts, and you adjust them accordingly. I think factory spec on these is literally you are supposed to like measure, like mark a spot on the backing plate and then turn it 45 degrees or whatever. Like they're that precise, or supposed to be, according to the 1950s Chrysler info programs or whatever they gave their dealers. But this one's adjusted. There's one there, one there. I believe, if I remember right, the old style on the front are the front adjuster. You turn direction, you spin the wheel forward and adjust it forward, so many degrees. And then for the rear adjuster, you turn it and you spin the wheel backwards and then turn it, that would be clockwise. And then here on the rears, I believe they are both forward, so that would be counterclockwise if you're looking at the back of the backing plate. Just a weird little piece of information that you'll probably never use, but that's just something I know that's useless for anything other than these cars. So anyway, I got this all buttoned up. The next thing is bleeding brakes, and then I can move on to other fun things like the cooling system. Okay, that was all air. All right, pump them again. I got air that time. Nothing yet. There. Finally got some fluid out that time. All right, I got fluid. The brakes, I don't know. I've bled them and bled them and bled them, messed with the push rod. They are what they are. They work, they will work, probably better than the car stopped new. The rears are what I'm struggling with. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna move on to something else fun, which is the cooling system. So let's start by knocking out the rotted out freeze plugs. I know you guys can see it, but not terribly easy for me to get to from the bottom. All the ones that were leaking are now out. These are all the passenger side ones, front to rear, and this is the center on the driver's side. These two were a real bitch to get out because, they came out in pieces and then just left a little ring in there that I had to barely get on the edge of. I'll show you how bad the inside of that block is. So this is the rear hole, where the back freeze plug came out, and it is just a solid wall of stuff behind it, and they all three on this side were like that. I'm sure on the other side is too. I mean, I can't even get a finger in there. So that's good. I'm gonna proceed with pulling the radiator, the water pump, and the thermostat housing off. And then with all the freeze plugs out, hopefully I can flush this thing with a garden hose. Alright, I'm gonna try to get this apart as quick as I can. I think it's about to storm again. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's the rain. If anything neat comes out of this lower hose. No. It's all still in the block. Once all that out of the way, just 3 radiator bolts. And the water pump. Great thing about big block Mopars is the water pump placement. Incredibly easy to change. Well, can't see much in there. I mean, there's some stuff. Water pump impellers. I mean, they're there, you know. Water pump is probably fine. This is all apart. I even threw, instead of just looping the cooler lines, I was going to do that, but I realized I've got an external transmission cooler that I threw on there. I'm going to throw the wheels back on the car and then go drive it over to Sheridan's house because he has a garden hose, and I'm going to see if I can't flush this block out a little bit. So hopefully this helps. I'm pretty sure though, all of you that said, oh, it's the fuel tank, it's the fuel tank, it might not have been helping, but I think we can pretty safely say it was probably a combination of the plugged radiator that didn't hold water, and the plugged block, and the freeze plugs that also didn't hold water. So, okay, we are heading over to Sheridan's to steal water from his garden hose.
I do not have one.
Nope. Is it good to be back in your favorite car?
No. But the seats are very good for your back. They feel nice.
Oh, yes. The brakes, you gotta pump them if you want rears. But that's just
normal old Chrysler. Alright. Rapido, we gotta get to the hose. You ever thought about putting transmission fluid in this?
No.
Oh.
Should I? Oh, yes.
Is that good?
No.
Oh, okay.
They're terrible. They work.
They do work.
Okay, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Well, now it's good and hot. Let's put cold water in it. Crack the block instantly.
They will not do that.
This is the clean part of the block.
Uh-huh. Somebody's gonna have to lay under it and get up in them freeze plugs.
Yes.
And it ain't gonna be me.
Well, you can't really get to them.
Nope.
Well, that's good for the manifold.
Yeah, to crack the manifolds too. At least it'll be good and cooled off to drive home. Well, it all looks good down here.
Looks good.
It's clear.
Well, yeah, you can't really tell because of the dirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sticking my finger in the hole, you know, and this block is so pitted. I'm just chipping it away with my fingers. But no, it was all the fuel tank. That's why it was getting hot, you know. It's the only reason.
Well, it's, you know, a reason.
Yes, that is what is coming out. Good, huh?
Uh-huh.
It's the next morning, left off last night where we were flushing the block. That went good. And then, of course, we got drinking beer and working on the neighbor's tractor. So that kind of took precedent last night. However, I'll show you what I did this morning. New water pump with the thermostat back on. I also don't mind that noise. They're pounding the roof out on that Starliner. Anyway, I also threw 4 new freeze plugs in this, and they're actual freeze plugs. They're not even the rubber expanding plugs. I got these 3 on this side done, and then the one in the middle over there that was leaking, which is interesting, you know, doing this, you know, like the right way. Well, this engine's gonna have to come out once I get home, and those freeze plugs will all get knocked out again, so I'll get to do it again. So there's the one on this side I did already, and if you look under the starter, you can kind of see the trail where fluid was leaking. And of course, that freeze plug being behind the starter means the starter needs to come out. I was laying down here, working on pulling this starter, as well as contemplating my life choices, and I think I figured out why the rear brakes are, you know, that would be the rear line, and it is suspiciously wet. And not the good kind. Another issue is this drag link. That's not good. Not good at all. Let's see if I can. Well, I can't do it one-handed, but I'll show you later. That ball is about to pull out of that socket and you know, kill me. So okay, now the starter should be ready to just kind of fall out. Yep, like that. There's the culprit. Right there. Leaking bastard. Now this one is coming out just like most of them, in pieces. Oh, old one out. And new one in. No, I just got to throw the starter back in, and I will be back to kind of square one, assuming the one up front there doesn't blow out. Starter's in, and it only took 2 tries. Anybody that's ever done these old Mopar starters probably knows you can put them in crooked, and then you can tighten the bolts down and, you know, break things, but it's easier if you have a hand or somebody to help you, you know, kind of support it while you start the top bolt or something, but I got it by myself. So. Okay, the next thing, this alternator needs to come off. You remember, I built a custom bracket for it in the junkyard by welding 2 bolts together, which that would mean that that bracket is non-removable from this alternator. I cut off a piece of all thread the exact same length as the bolt. Oh, well, no. Maybe not quite the exact same length. But anyway, that, my friends, is a 1-wire Power Master Chrysler style alternator. That is revolutionary right there. I didn't feel like getting stranded somewhere because of the charging system like last time I left here. So yeah, we're gonna try this. Thanks, Dalton. Okay, that is all installed. Don't let me forget, I need to actually hook up this positive wire to the battery at some point so it might charge. Brand new fan clutch too, heavy duty. Gonna give that a try. Next thing, I've got to modify the radiator to fit. So that's what that $400 aluminum radiator is for. I thought about throwing it in the truck, but the truck can get the old radiator from this car, the second old radiator from this car, I guess. That one actually holds water, unlike that one. So should be good enough for the truck. Anyway, let's see what this is gonna entail. very, very close to the fan. I think, boy, it's like really close. The radiator is in. Pretty easy. I just had to drill one hole there, use the original hole down there, and then build a little bracket on this side. She's good. You notice how close the fan clutch is to the rad. It clears and everything, but I would say that future Jesse is going to be really upset when he has to change that fan belt and pull the radiator to do so. But, you know, you win some, you lose some. It's moving a lot of air through that radiator. Temperature's looking really good. Hasn't really moved. So, what happened was the Chrysler was low on coolant. It actually, the thermostat opened, it needed burped. I popped the cap off and it took another like 2 gallons. So now she's good on coolant. I'm getting ready to take her down the road for a drive. Dalton actually just got his 60 Starliner, which is a wonderful car. You're going to want to look out for that video. Just got it ready to go. He's about to pull it out of the shop now, and I think we're both going to go drive these 2 cars around. I don't know where he's going to go, but I'm actually going to go out on the road. The brake line still needs fixed on this thing, which I can do later. Dual pot master cylinder. I know I'm not a huge proponent of those normally. However, in this case, it is allowing me to still drive the car because I still have, you know, the front brakes, even if the rears are disabled. Here goes nothing. Gonna take this baby out on the road. So there's the old 383, and there's the 440 we're dressing. This is just a random 440, motorhome 440, we think. Nothing special. Like, you know, 100 horsepower and like 3-to-1 compression or something just terrible. I think it's a 77, so pretty bad. But typically, the only saving grace with this completely untested random 440 out of a motorhome is motorhomes typically don't have a ton of miles. Maybe this one's okay. Freeze plugs are all good in it. So, yeah. I mean, fellas, it's the only chance I got. Like, this is how I need to get home. So, it's getting pretty stressful. But yeah, we're just transferring everything, even the water pump housing, because of course on the 383 it exited over here, and on the 440 it exited over there. So transferring that, transferring the manifolds, Buff's pulling a vacuum tree off there. But yeah, basically just building up this 440. Should bolt right in. Now one issue is, if you remember in the video from this car, the first time, I had to cut the weight off of that torque converter to make it a neutral balance. Because of course the 383 is neutral balance, 440 is not. 440 needs to be externally balanced. So I'm gonna have to weld some kind of weight back on there. It needs to be about 100 grams. But yeah, cool beans, right? And while this may look like a piece of C-channel that I just cut off with an angle grinder, it's actually a Mopar spec torque converter weight. And let's make this thing a not neutral balance torque converter anymore, shall we?
Front pump loves that.
It's good for it. Let's wheel this bad boy over here.
Yeah, it's that easy.
It's just gonna pretty much install itself.
I love how neither of you have tightened up these supports.
Huh?
You know, that one has support that's still loose.
Is there one loose?
Yes.
Oh, it's just one.
Uh-huh.
Am I running over your foot? Oh no, the wheel's just sideways.
Yeah, it rolls really good when there's a big one.
There you go. Yes, it worked almost. This side not too bad. Whew.
Buried right here where we buried it earlier.
Yep.
Seems awful familiar, Dalton.
Yeah, it's a smaller gantry.
True.
Make sure you got that, hey, you marked the torque converter bolt, right? So you know which one's the oblong one?
Uh-huh.
That's cool, because I mean, it's not like there's a giant piece of metal welded to it now that would keep you from being able to rotate it.
Oh.
Is an oblong one?
Yes, on a Mopar.
Oh.
They don't believe in symmetry in Mopar.
No, you're right. I do remember.
Uh-huh.
We had so much fun with that.
This one
Like fun, we heated it.
These two, so I ground this side to clear that weight just a little bit. So this guy needs to go.
So if you did that, you lined up the holes, right?
Right. You did line up the holes, right?
When you ground that one spot, you lined up the holes?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so
I
then
know
that'll work.
these two go where this is ground, fit around
The
that.
This thing keeps spinning around.
Hands gonna land on the crossbar.
Yeah, we had to go
Gotta
back
come
about
back.
a foot.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Oh man, that made a difference. Oh. Oh, that's really close. We can just come down.
Your oil pan's gonna hit.
Oh. Yeah, I see it.
So we now have to lift this up, pull the pan off, and I have to pull the pan off that one and I have to switch them out. Because they're slightly different. They're both mid-sump pans, but that's more of a mid-sump pan, so great. Here the pans are, side by side. As you can tell, you know, there's essentially no difference, but enough to make this pan not work. Here we go with the correct oil pan.
You idiot, this car was built on a Thursday. What did you think was gonna happen?
I know.
Man, I think it's this gas pump.
Okay, I'm on the stud on this side.
Mm.
Keep going.
Oh, are we hung up on the snout on the torque converter?
Are we? Yeah.
No, we're not.
Hope it's right.
Got you, bitch.
It would be really cool when we have to pull this back out because only because it's a Chrysler. That'd be so cool. For no reason other than Chrysler.
Because the motor's fucked, or
No.
what?
No.
Because we have one bolt misaligned.
Because your torque converter will be off one hole.
Well, you should be able to spin it though. With the old weight, you could, so it should still be.
No, you can't. It'll run right into the flex plate. You
It
gotta
will?
have it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you clearanced it. It literally was touching it.
Might.
Even the original weights.
I didn't know that. Maybe that's why my 440 in my truck has got a weird vibration at high RPMs. Because I don't remember ever even worrying about that. I don't think it has a weight.
Proud of you.
Beautiful.
I made that ground out of speaker cable. Only the best. Just like Chrysler would have done it.
Yeah, so they have not seen us do anything. So like now.
Another one.
That's why I got you two.
But hey, look at that fancy GM module.
Yeah, the car has received some major upgrades.
Yes.
That's the one way we know it's going to run because it's got GM parts in it.
The car got an actual body ground because it used to be the shifter would touch the inside of the floor and spark and shock you. Now it's grounded, but the engine is in. We're about ready to start it. I think we can start it now.
Yes. And we should.
Find out if this engine's junk.
Which it is.
Around on this as well.
And then Jesse will become a Pontiac man.
Then Jesse will shove this car over there with the other forgotten cars and never touch it again.
Oh, I thought we were going to shove it off of the cliff. Damn it.
I think we're fuel's hooked up. We've got ignition maybe. Let's see if it runs.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure the fuel pump, the rod that was questionable and everything is fine.
All of it was questionable. Whoa. Distributor's not tight.
Oh.
It might have been.
Oh boy. It just twisted itself right around. Well, you robbed that out of my car.
Stole more parts off Dalton's car. Eventually, there's not going to be anything left.
I don't care.
This doesn't make you want to put a big block in something?
No. Not this kind of big block. I'm good, I think.
You've been very protective of that 440 over there.
It's the only thing of value in a Chrysler Imperial.
However, now you can upgrade to a new distributor.
Yeah, GM distributor. And GM accessories. And a GM alternator. The GM power steering. Oh, it already has that.
I will say I am in favor of one-wire alternators.
I am in favor of any distributor than that one.
At least it's in the right place.
No, it isn't.
Easy to get to.
If it was straight up and down, I would accept your argument, but
It is
no,
not.
it is not.
Alright, now I gotta fix that wiring.
I like that, you know, they don't always seat very well in the block, so then you tighten them down with the hold down, and that's how you break the little bushing off.
Yes.
Are we recording? Yes. Perfect. Pumping fuel.
Sure is moving a lot.
Sounds awful gallopy.
Well, we know it's got a dead hole.
Maybe it'll have compression this time.
Bumping.
Alright. Okay, bump. There we go. There's compression.
Wow! Put your finger right out of the hole.
Okay, now I need a screwdriver. Let's shove it in there. Then turn it. Well, shit, it's right there. Top dead. Didn't get us close enough.
Is it pointing back to the
Pointing
back?
completely opposite of how we had it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, it's 180.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Let's just put this in 180 degrees the other direction. Let's see.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright.
Can we do this again?
Let's try this again. It's probably just gonna fire it right up.
Or immediately explode?
Maybe a hotter battery.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have the hole in it? Be fine.
Yes, that one has a hole in it.
This is the good one.
Got another battery. Let's try this again.
Let's give it all the advances.
Yes.
She's puffing smoke. Yeah.
Yes!
That's the spot right there.
Sounds healthy.
I like watching somebody else do it because I know how to do it, but I'm not good at it. So practice.
Okay.
Hey!
You got that?
Got low beams.
Oh, that does nothing.
Well, it's not hooking anything. There's
Oh.
no harness.
Oh, never mind. The fact that it doesn't work is irrelevant.
I am just glad to see some form of lights on this car.
Yes. Do we have anything other than Lowe's? No. All right. Well, Lowe's will do.
Yeah, that's better than what we
Yeah,
had.
they look great. Look at that.
Yeah. Well, both the highs look like they might be burned
That
out.
one's smoking right now.
Oh yeah, it's about to burn out.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
Yes. Those are also hard to get headlights too. You know.
What?
Oh no, those are 7-inch,
You got those on the shelf.
Those
Yeah.
are not 7-inch. They're
5 3/4.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Yeah, on the shelf.
yeah.
Oh. They are different.
That's what the Chevelle has.
The lows and high beams are different on these cars.
Correct.
2-prong and then 3-prong.
Chevelle's the exact same setup.
But yeah, we're trying to figure out some kind of light because we need to drive this tonight, and I am bullshitting together a cooling system. So
He's gonna do that because I'm trying to leave like tomorrow. But there's no man left behind, except for Bob.
Except for me.
until we get on the interstate and you do 90 and I do 40.
Yeah, I'm not gonna help you. But
We might at least be able to be in the same state at approximately the same time. There's water in it now. We professionally rewired the whole car, which you'll see. I'm gonna fire it up and try to burp the cooling system, get it up to temperature. It should take another gallon or two. While it's running, I guess I could also top off the transmission because I know it's low. Oh, well, we have to hook the crank.
What happened?
This wire. It's very important.
Oh, why didn't you tell me to make that one?
I can just shove it in there.
Yeah, we'll fix it right.
That's what powers everything.
Okay. I should have known that.
nuts out of the thing.
Here we go. Sucked it down. You did it.
Whoa, whoa. Let her run, let her run.
That just hit 260.
Yeah, it just sucked it down.
It just opens
Okay.
up.
I'll fire it up again.
That is not doing
That's a piece of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing's no good. So, way low on water, but the fact that the thermostat didn't open till like 230 degrees, and by then it's too late.
It wouldn't let us put water in it.
Yeah. So, you know, new parts. Junk, that's a 160 thermostat.
It's open right now.
Yeah, well, we'll make it open all the time.
Uh-huh.
This is how you fix thermostats.
Yep.
The car was doing great until it's like it got to 190. Thermostat still wasn't open. It just couldn't circulate. And then it pegged. Or it's got a blown head gasket, who knows.
Nah, it wasn't geysering out of there.
Yeah, I didn't see any pressure,
Nah.
like bubbles.
Nah. Yeah, it might have one now. We know how fragile they are.
They are not fragile.
They're delicate little things, these Chryslers.
So now the system is full of water completely. There's no way for there to be an air pocket because the thermostat is now gutted. This is the Chrysler's last chance. If this doesn't work, we are done. The car will be abandoned forever.
It'll be in the bottom of a canyon somewhere.
Oh, I'm gonna fire it up and see what it does.
Well, it kind of passed the first test.
195, it wouldn't budge above that, sitting there idling.
Where's it sitting now that it's heat soaked? It's 190.
Oh, it cooled off?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, hey, I think she might be okay.
It's better than that one.
We're gonna take it to the truck stop.
Once again, driving out into the middle of the night.
Yes, let's bring some spare lights in case the headlight finishes burning out.
That will never happen.
Oh. All right, all aboard the Chrysler.
It's actually kind of comfortable back here.
Oh, yes.
Cover yourself, woman.
Yeah, the hula girl's kind of naked now. All right, here goes nothing. We're
I'm not shutting this door all the way.
It's sitting at 210 right now. Hopefully it'll cool itself off.
It is not. That is below 190. You're blind.
No, that line's 190. That's 210 or whatever. It is. Headlights?
Oh, wow. We can see so good.
They work great. It's cooling itself off now. I love this shifter.
even know why I have this on.
Yeah. If we die or something, you'll find out. Watch your local news channels or something.
Yeah, grab the paper.
Yeah.
My obituary is already written.
Plan on driving really fast or what?
Let the probably cops go by.
Yes, the temperature is climbing.
No.
It's climbing. Oh, that's just a Jeep. Alright, here goes.
Running 190 the whole time. See if she boils. Let's not fix the doors, you know. That would take effort. We can't do that. We got a hell of an oil leak.
Huh?
A hell of an oil leak. Oh, it's not boiling.
No. It is not boiling.
I think it's fine.
I think that gauge, I mean, Steve had one. His was off by 30 degrees.
Yeah, that gauge, that Equus gauge has been off by at least 20 for me before. But, yeah, if it was running that first tick, like right now it's almost to 230.
Because we're sitting.
Yeah, but that first tick is 190.
So if we fire it up right now, it should come back to that.
Yeah, I would think so. Is it in park?
Yes. Alright, we found an actual temp gun. Now we can actually know, instead of going by that piece of shit gauge. Yes. It would appear that there are some miles on this car.
Yeah.
I bet it was scary to drive. But stealthy is 180?
Yeah.
90?
This side is perfect.
Yeah, it's like 180, 190.
Where's the tip center? The tip center.
Right there.
It's in a bad spot.
Wow.
That's it. Those gauges are worthless.
Yeah.
Equus, you.
Yeah.
160.
160.
That gauge is 50 degrees inaccurate.
So I need another gauge.
Yeah, same thing. It's about a touch over whatever that line with the dots means.
Yeah.
But you need to move that fuel tank because obviously
Yeah.
that's
the
the
fuel
problem.
not the fuel tank.
Yeah, see how it starts on the next day. I'm gonna pull it in. I need to fix the front end. That's kind of why we're staying an extra day, so I can do a few things on this so I might not die. That front end was terrifying.
Yes.
So this is to kind of show you a better look at what is absolutely terrifying about this car. Grab this wheel. That is all slop in the drag link. I don't know if you can really see that, but if that pulls out of that socket, you lose your steering and I die. So I'm going to try to do something about that. I need to pull the drag link off. There's a few other cars that I can maybe steal one from. That 64 Chrysler over there is a candidate if it's better than this one. Or there's the 60 in the Junkyard that gave up its rear subframe for this car. And there's a few more cars over there in that yard. It's gonna be, you know, if the one over there is not good enough, I'll go hunting in the yard, but hopefully that one over there will work. Got the cotter pins pulled out of these two joints right here. See if they'll come loose. Oh yeah, there's one. Two. Cool. Sometimes they'll spin, but these ones came right apart. Now, sometimes you can just tap on the joint, pop out, like that. Now this end over here, I'll use the pickle fork. Separate it. That's the really bad joint. There it went. Okay, now the other end. The other side just came right out. Here it is, laid out like it would be from the front of the car. Tie rod ends are actually pretty good and tight. This other end that would go on the idler arm is pretty good too. Now this is the scary one. So I don't know how much you can tell. That's maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch of in and out play, up and down play, which is really bad. And then of course side to side, inside that socket. That's where the majority of that play is coming from in the steering. That's why the car is uncontrollable. I'm not sure how somebody was driving on that when this car was parked. I mean, maybe that's why it was parked, but just absolutely terrifying. So let me go look at the other car and see if that one's any better. Rob the front end linkages out from under this poor thing, and Buff is borrowing some sheet metal.
Good stuff.
Yes, that was a perfectly good hood before you cut that square in it.
Yes, this was fine.
Here are the two drag links laid out side by side. This is the one off the 61. This is the one off the 64. And all of its joints are good. Namely, this one right here is tight. There's no play, hardly at all. No excessive play in that ball and socket joint, unlike this one. You know, that's just not gonna fly. So, I'll throw this guy in there. That seems like the better choice. The last few hours we've kind of just been attacking this thing from both ends. Steering is back together much better. Buff has been working on wiring lights. Right now we're putting a brake light switch in it and temporary tail lights / brake lights just to get me home.
Test them.
Oh yes, they work. All right.
Aha.
Thank you, Buff.
I did something.
But yes, the car is actually, I mean, I think done, right?
Yep.
I think that's it. I threw a new brake line in the rear, so it kind of has rear brakes. Yes, I think the car is about as done as it's gonna be for the drive home, which is terrifying. I still have so much to do to this car, at least maybe before blue collar drags, but need to get the hood on it, get it kind of buttoned up, and I need to go drive it around for about an hour and just kind of get a feel for it and see what's gonna happen. I am terrified. We had to
Perfect paint job.
adjust the paint job that Jess did. Might actually go through and do this with paint at some point.
Sharpie works.
Yes.
I am not as good. Here we go.
And Dalton is over there insulating the wall. got up to where it was last night.
You know, that's like 190.
Yeah, it's staying right there. Oh yeah, Buff, would you like help?
Sure.
Oh,
Go.
It is.
You have a temp gun?
car peed a little bit.
Your little place out here, good? We'll go find another place. Please, tear this up.
It's accurate. Oh, it's coming down. As soon as I started it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's working. You know, kinda.
I mean, it runs.
The other motor ran too.
Yep.
How much did you tighten up that box?
Yeah, I know. I don't like it either.
Look at the color of that shit. You know, I think we broke down to the dump truck, like right there.
Yep. Dang it.
It could be an airflow thing.
I hate to say that because it looks really cool, but
You accomplish the same thing by not having a hood.
yeah.
So,
And then you get to keep it, and it looks cool.
and not move it, so you don't have to do anything. Chryslers, you choose poorly.
Nothing to do with what brand it is.
I don't know.
They all rust. We're arguing about engines right now.
I mean, you know, everything I've started up has been fine, and none of them have been Chryslers.
Put the pointy in first. This is why you have a giant truck.
Yes.
Flip your brake wire there.
Pretty damn close.
Sitting happily at 230. 225. Alright, we're going back. The hood's off of it now. See if that helps. If it does help, I'll pull the tank off the front. If it doesn't help, I will park this car and I will never touch it again.
And it'll be for sale.
It'll be for sale, incredibly cheap.
It does run all right.
Coming down as soon as I started it.
That's what it should do.
You know, like 250 to 230.
Yeah. squealing awful loud for brand new brakes.
Only when I'm putting my foot on them.
Just wondered.
They're dragging?
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
See if they're hot. Nope.
He just didn't bed them in properly.
Yes.
230.
Heat soaked that.
A little. But that's what the gauge was saying. 230 at the gauge.
Well, who wants to volunteer to take the cap off?
Yep, it needs an emergency evacuation.
Yep. Getting it.
A little.
Oh, you know, that was cool when it came out. It was very cold that last little bit.
Felt wonderful.
Yes. Lobster parking lot. Perfect. Get your windshields clean. No more complaints about that.
See how far the cap.
Yeah, I caught
I
it.
thought it was going to go on the roof.
Okay, we're going to attempt to flush it. I've got 3 jugs of CLR. I've never used this. And we're going to cool the block down. I guess we're going to have to go use Sheridan's hose again.
Give it its best honest chance here.
Now, vinegar. This is going to make everything smell great.
And clean.
Yes.
You got like 10 miles to make it with this concoction in there.
Well, we're not done.
No. Oh yeah.
We have lime away, which I've never used before. Whew. The vinegar smells good, doesn't it? Damn safety.
There you go.
And you made mustard gas.
Yes. All right, all aboard. We have like 10 miles.
Should have bought a squeegee.
Yeah, don't go in the Dollar General and get paper towels.
This is like stopping at the stoplight and you're like, no, you're making it worse. That's
What
not.
the fuck is that?
Yeah, we might.
That's not good.
I guess I need to go get paper towels or something.
We'll be here. Hey, get off of there. I'm not giving you any money.
Do you have any oranges? Bag of onions. Something.
Something smells like it's on fire out here. Oh, maybe
Probably
it's-
me. It's really hot in here.
Maybe it's just your cigarette.
Oh, that's kind
Oh,
of
look
better.
at that.
Wow.
It's only smeared a lot.
You could have done that in the first place.
Oh, yeah. We're down to 190.
The bomb you poured into the radiators brewing right now.
Oh,
Hey, the pin held though. Don't lose it on the drive.
yeah. If I lose that, we're fucked.
Now it really smells really good in here.
Yeah, I'm sure there's no downside to what we just did.
No.
this again. Why are you standing so far away? It made a rainbow when
It's got some distance to her.
Everything smells like
And
vinegar.
it's also acid now.
True. So the screwdriver, oh, over there. So there's a Phillips screwdriver on the floor. It smells nice.
Leave the lower hose on.
You would?
Well, take it off first. Of course, it's a Mopar, so it has no heater ports in the back, so we can't get to the back of the block at all. That's really cool.
Pulling the lower hose now.
We force it back, put it in the upper rad hose. We'll force it backwards. Maybe.
It looks okay.
Yeah. Alright, start it. If it will. Yeah, you know. Distributor cap's like $8, you know.
Yeah, that's a no. Distributor's wet.
Try it.
Coil's
No.
dead?
Well, could be the coil,
Or the wiring?
wiring.
Yep. There you go.
It's a spark issue.
Yep.
There you go, start now.
You'll notice the car's not at Sheridan's anymore. We got it running. Apparently the distributor can't handle any amount of water on it or it'll just die.
Price.
Another thing happened. As a last ditch effort, we removed the tank from the front. I'm not convinced that that is what the problem is, but I don't know.
I could see it. I could see it making it run warmer, you know, and especially it's going to show up when you're moving because it is blocking more air that the engine needs. But there was enough opening, and not to mention taking the hood off should be like the same thing. But I don't know. Find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out. You guys have been screaming this the entire time in the video, I'm sure. So we're gonna see. Let's see if you're right. We're gonna, you know, if this does fix it, we'll just disregard the fact that we flushed the block and, you know, that sort of thing.
I also think that helped a lot.
Yeah.
At least here it restricts less airflow.
Yes, isn't that so much better?
Yes,
is
you should
better. It's a
drive
lot better.
next to all that fuel.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I want to sit next to 12 gallons of fuel with, you know, open vent. Perfect.
What about it?
You could drive 1,800 miles with that.
I usually strap it to the roof.
Alright, let's see what this does. It's already at over 190, and I literally just pulled out of the driveway. About 5 minutes, still climbing. We're at like 212 now, or whatever that mark is. So, you know, that's cool. There it is, 230 degrees. On the it is late. Everyone else has went to bed, but we did a few more things to the Chrysler. New cap, new coil, and also it has got gauges, and also the fuel cell is staying right there. And when I tossed the power steering pump in there, which you can't see there, maybe you can, put a hole in the line and then gallons of fuel dumped in the floorboard, so that's cool. But right now I'm kind of just cleaning up, loading the car, taking home things that were actually left in the Fury that are finally getting to go home. Anyway, I am so tired. I can't hardly even think straight. I think I'm done though. I think the car is, I'm just going to chance it. I'm going to see what it does. I'm going to leave as early as I can. Hopefully get most of my driving done before the hottest part of the day. If I can roll out of here at 5 or 6 in the morning, that would be ideal. But we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, I will see you guys in the morning. Okay, it's early the next morning, and I got the car all loaded up. I guess it's time to try this. Okay, here we go. Everything's gonna be alright. Not asking much out of you. This is normal stuff. It's just 1,000 miles. Just 1,000 miles, car. I have got to say this is the worst one I've ever tried to do, which hasn't been very many yet, but I'm by far the most terrified of this car. But figure I'm leaving early enough I can at least get really far away and in a very inconvenient place before it gets so hot it overheats. I just got it filled up with fuel, and as you can see, it blew a freeze plug. So, yep. And I don't have any more. I used them all on the other engine. Alright then. I guess I will go back to Dalton's and see if there's anything I can do. I don't know. I think there's some freeze plugs laying around there, but I don't know. They all looked fine. They seemed fine. Before I checked them before I put the engine in, but oh well. Well, made it back, and the good thing is that's the worst freeze plug to get to, and I can't get them anyway in any timely manner, and I just kind of want to be home, so going to hop in with Dalton. It sucks, but I guess that answers the question, will the Chrysler drive 1,000 miles? The answer is no, but it was not for a lack of trying. So, I am very grateful to my friends for helping me, sticking it out with me, everything we did to try to make this car work. I'm just done, I guess, for now, with this car. Yes, should I have probably flushed this other block, popped the freeze plugs out, flushed it? I checked them, they looked fine, but the reality is, you probably wouldn't have either, if you were in the same position. So, anyway. Thank you if you stuck through and watched to this point. Please like, subscribe, hype, helps me out a lot. I will see you on the next one. Okay, so this is something I've never done before. Truly, I never thought I would get to this point with my YouTube channel. I am truly humbled, and first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you to each and every one of you that not only watches, but also takes the time to send me things. It's never expected. I'm just not really sure what to say. I've never done this before, but to show my appreciation, I'm going to open these packages on camera. Again, there's not going to be any more car content left in the video. This is just, that part's over. Thank you for watching. If you're still here and you'd like to see me open some of the mail I got while I was gone for over a month, you're welcome to stick around. So this, by the way, welcome to my house. This is the living room. Everything you see in here, which you're not going to see much, but everything you see in here I did myself. I did not buy the house like this. I remodeled the whole thing to look like it's the 1950s. But anyway, on to what we're here for. Let me start by, I got a package from Glenn from Los Alamos, New Mexico. Hey, I was just there. Let's see. What do we have here? Cold War Tunes, a CD. Oh, Glenn. Okay. Hi, Glenn. You're the guy that bought my 52 Chevy. I know you. Yeah, we're friends. He sent me some pictures of him redoing the, cutting out the floor pans and everything. The 52 Chevy from the $2,000 car challenge. You guys should probably remember that car. Thank you, Glenn. It's good to see. I'll have to get a hold of you. Have you send me some more pictures of your progress on that car. Next up, Iron Trap Garage. No way. You watch my channel? You know who I am? I've watched you for a very long time. Thank you for whatever this is. Gotta get out the old pocket knife. Oh. Carefully open this one. Shirt. Couple shirts. All right. That's great. Thank you so much for sending me shirts. And they're white. They're the right color that I wear. Perfect. I will have to send you some back. Wow, that's really cool. Flathead. That is a great design. I will wear these. You'll see them in the videos. All right, up next, what do we have from Michael in South Dakota? This feels like a book. It is a book. You know, in hindsight, I probably should have done this outside. I'll make a mess on the floor in here. Cars of the Fascinating 40s. Hey, there's a picture of a Kaiser on the front. Well, thank you. That's really cool. I will have to give that a look. I'm actually putting in a bookshelf in the office right across on the other side of that wall. Thank you, sir. What do we have? Who's this from? John in Illinois. This feels like a car part. Hey, one of the old clip-on mirrors. Thank you. I have got tons of cars that need mirrors. I wonder if this is an original. It's very nice looking. Thank you. Jim from Arkansas. This one is taped up very well. Well, I don't think it's cat food. It's in a cat food box. You did an excellent job taping this one up. What do we have? Oh, is this? Hey, I'll bet you that's the taillight I need for my 52 Ford. Even if it's not the right one, it's going on there. Thank you, sir. I needed that. I was just looking at the truck today, thinking about where I was going to find a taillight for it. That will work perfectly. Who's this from? Michael. South Dakota. It says open carefully, no sharps. I will open carefully. I don't know how I would open it without a knife. It's packed really well. What do we have? Rodent repellent. Ooh. Looks like all kinds of good things in here. Yes, I know. I need these, the rodent packs for my cars. There's a lot of mice around here. Dion, Thunderbird. Wow. There's a lot of good CDs in here. Doo-wop collection. Thank you. Automotive defroster. Look at this. Lots of good things in here. Well, I really appreciate it. I will take some more time to go through this. I'm not sure how long this video is getting to at this point, because I'm filming this before editing the whole video. So, I don't know how long I can make this bit and not push over the, I don't want to make the video extremely long, but I really do appreciate it. I will continue looking through this. Where did I put my knife? Okay, we've got Thomas in Pennsylvania. This feels like another book. And I lost my knife. There it is. Oh, it's not a book. Ooh! These old Hot Rod magazines? 1958 Hot Rod. Oh, here we go. 1958 Motor Life mag. That is cool. Inside Plymouth's new V8. Oh, these are great. I'm gonna have to put those on the coffee table. Oh, here we go. Thought you might. Thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate that. Oh, the Ford tractor man. Hey, I've got that tractor. What is this? Huh. Well, I really appreciate it. I needed some more old magazines to set on my coffee table. I've got some 1930s farm magazines there, Successful Farming, and because this is a 100-year-old farmhouse, so those are sitting there. But I will put these there instead. What do we have next? This is from, there's no name. I don't see a name. Oh, here we go. Also, Michael in South Dakota. guys make these really difficult to open. There's another latch. Is this real? There's no way. Is this real? That's real. Wow. That is awesome. Thank you. Holy sh! Yeah, this is not a reproduction. Look at the galvanized, the backs. This is galvanized tin. This is real. Oh my gosh. Wow, this is going to go up in the den or the office. That is too cool. This is from Larry in New York. This. Might have to break this up into 2 parts over the next 2 videos. We shall see. Let's see, Jesse, I sell bolts for... Oh! Interesting. Thank you for the bolts. Yes, I never have bolts. You've probably seen me go to the hardware store a million times. Interesting and a possible sponsorship. Let's see. Send me an email, Larry. Maybe we'll talk. Hopefully you're watching this. Then what do we have here? Last but not least, this is also open carefully. This is from the same fella from South Dakota. Pistachios. Thank you. It's like snacks. I've never had these or seen these brands before. And we got more CDs. Another big box of stuff. More pistachios and stuff. Well, thank you. I'll go through this box. I appreciate all of you guys that took the time to send me things. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and hype and all that good stuff. Maybe we'll do this again.